Welcome to Coding with Sonali. So today in this session we will be understanding one of the important array operation, and that is the traverse. So we know that in order to access the array elements, first of all we have to traverse the whole array from starting to the end. We know that the indexing of the array starts from 0 to n minus 1, and we can access the elements by using, if it's a 1D array, we use one subscript actually and give the index. If it's a 2D array, then we will give the 2 index for the row and for the column. So depending upon what dimensional it is, whether it is a 1-dimensional, 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional, we will use that much number of subscript and we will give different index and we will traverse in the for loop. So consider this example. We are considering the same example for till now we have seen the array operations, that are insertion and deletion, in the previous session. So if you have not gone through those sessions, I recommend you to go through that. So let's talk about here the traverse operation. So we know traverse means we have to pass each array element only one time. So this is how we will be traversing, and we will be using the subscripts. In this case of the one-dimensional array, so consider this example wherein we are having the array of total size 7, and therefore the indexing is from 0 to 6. This is the array by using the subscript, and then index, actually we will get this element, that is 5. This is the name of this array, ARR. Subscript and index is 0. So this is used to represent the element of the array. If you print this value, you will get actually 5. What is the next element? Next element, it is 2. So how we will get 2? Again same thing, that is ARR, the name of the array, and subscript. This element is present at the index 1, therefore this one. So this name of the array and subscript, that index, will give you this 2 elements. So this will give you 2. Again, to print the next element, what you want, again the name of the array and the index, that is, so index 2, and then this will give you this value, that is 3. So in this manner actually we will be starting from the index. We know first of all the array indexing starts from 0. So we know the size, what is the size of the array. Depending upon that we will simply take a loop. So what snippet of code is required? Simply the control comes here. Now this is a compile time initialization of the 1D array. So therefore you can see here 1D array, therefore only one subscript, this max, and I'm using, so before using it I have hash defined max to the size. So I am simply mentioning the size of the array. The capacity should hold total 7 elements, and it is of the data type integer, and here only initializing it with these values. So this is a compile time initialization. Now in order to access each and every element of this 1D array, I have to traverse each and every element. So I will start, we know that indexing in the array starts from 0 to n minus 1. So therefore what I will take simply to traverse each and every element, and to simply call the same function, that is printf, to display these elements, we will take a for loop for starting from 0, therefore it should be till I less than max. So therefore if the indexing starts from 0, it should be till the max is what? 7. So it should be till 6, and then I plus plus, and simply here I will call the function, that is printf, this format specifier. Here I want to print the value of each and every element. So %d, since these elements are of the data type integer, and then simply I will be using how to, we have seen how to access the array elements. So we will use the name of the array, that is ARR, and then this one subscript, because it's a one-dimensional array, and here will be I, and then in this manner. So in this manner we will be traversing each and every element. So how the iteration goes? So for I, first I will be equal to 0. So for I is equal to 0, how it will work? This condition is satisfied, therefore the control comes inside this for loop, and this message will be printed. We are using format specifier. So what is actually array of 0? So we know that array subscript 0, actually, that is this one, this is at the index 0. So we will get the value 5 printed. Then again the I gets incremented to 1, and then this condition which is checked, yes it is satisfying. Again at the next time I is 1, this is 1, so we get the next time the value printed to be 2. Again I gets incremented to simply 2, and then this condition is satisfied, therefore it comes here. For I is equal to 2 actually. For I is equal to 2, you will get this 3 printed. So similarly, I will be getting incremented. Again, I gets incremented and then this 3. And then you will get actually this 4 to be printed. Again, I gets incremented to 1 value. Condition is satisfied actually because we want till I is equal to 5. Again, what value you will get actually? You will get then 1. Again, I gets incremented to 5. This is 5. So you will get this 7 printed. Again, I gets incremented to 6. So whether this condition is satisfied, so 6 less than 7, yes, it is satisfying. Therefore, this control comes here. And then you will get finally, for I is equal to 6, this array subscript 6, you will get equal to simply 9. So this is what you will get each and every elements printed. Then again, I gets incremented to 7. Now I is 7 less than max is what? 7. So this condition is not satisfied. Therefore, the control comes outside this for loop. And finally, you can see each and every elements are printed. So you have ensured only one time you are traversing, you are accessing these elements, you are traversing each element only one time, and this is how you are printing. So this is the operation of the array, that is the traverse. Similarly, if you have to traverse for the 2D array, you will give the 2 subscripts for the array. You will initialize with the value instead of using one for loop. Actually, this was one subscript. We have therefore used only one for loop. For 2D array, we will use the 2 for loop. That is I and j. For we know that 2 subscripts. So first subscript represent number of rows, second subscript represent number of columns. So therefore we will take the for loop. Outside for loop will be for number of rows, inside for loop will be for number of column, and we will use a subscript I subscript j. And in this manner we will be iterating in case we will be traversing each element in the 2D array if it is 2D array. So similarly, if it's a 3D array, we will be using the 3 subscript and we will use the 3 for loops, and we will access by using the array name and 3 subscript I, j and k. And this is how we will be traversing each element in 3D array. So depending upon which type of the array it is, you can simply use a for loop, the name of the array and the subscript and that index value. So this is how we have seen the array operation, that is the traverse, how to access the element, how to traverse each and every element in the array one time. Now we will be seeing the next operation, that is the search, and then we will be seeing the update operation for the 1D array.